Hi ghouls, welcome back to Freaky Flick Friday. Here's a list of the horror movies releasing for the last week of August, where you can watch them. So let's talk horror. Releasing today in limited theaters and video on demand is Lilly Lives Alone. 10 years after her daughter's tragic death, Lilly is consumed by guilt. She is haunted by the ghost of her daughter, and she is spiraling into madness through a drug-fueled fever dream and a haunting she won't forget. Releasing today in limited theaters is The Balconettes. This French horror comedy is set in France during a heat wave when three women who are trapped in their apartments spend their days snooping, lounging around, having fun. But the fun soon stops when one night of partying turns into a bloody affair. Releasing today in theaters is Trust. After a good old-fashioned Hollywood scandal, Hollywood Scarlet, played by Sophie Turner, retreats back to a secluded Airbnb to escape all of the chaos. But what is supposed to be a safe haven turns into a complete nightmare when she is trapped in a brutal game of survival. Releasing today in limited theaters and video on demand is We're Not Safe Here. After disappearing for some years, a woman returns with a chilling tale. Now her and her friend are being hunted by a dark force that is almost consuming her, turning fear into reality. Releasing on the 26th on video on demand is Brute 1976. In 1976, a group of people go to the desert for a photo shoot and they stumble upon an abandoned town called Savage, only to discover they're not alone, and in fact, its residents are masked psychopaths with one mission: to uphold the town's name. Also releasing on the 26th on video on demand is Kill Giggles. Tommy wasn't born a psychopath, but after one horrific thing, he is now in pursuit to kill every clown he sees until he meets Eve, and then he falls in love and life is great again, until finding out her dad is the most terrifying clown of them all. Releasing in limited theaters on the 28th is Somnium. Gemma moves to LA to pursue acting, and she takes an overnight job at a sleep clinic known as Somnium, promising to turn people's dreams into reality. But the longer she works there, the more she discovers that there's something a little bit more sinister at play. And those are the horror movies releasing for the rest of August. Like always, I'll have the full list over on my Letterboxd for you to check out. Be sure to check out my Freaky Flick Friday playlist for almost 2 years worth of horror movie releases, indie and big budget. And I'll be back next week with the first week of September horror movie releases. But until then, stay gruesome, ghouls.